What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. I'll be breaking down Jack Hermansson versus Sean Strickland. I love this fight. It's in the main event of UFC Vegas 47. Dope fight in the middleweight division. Sean Strickland trying to crack, I think, the top 5 or maybe the top 6. I don't know if Hermansson is ranked in the top 5, but yeah, man, it's a really good fight, and I think they match up really well. I like it a lot, and I think no matter what, it's gonna be a fun scrap. It's gonna be a fun scrap, and I can't wait for it. But in terms of, and there's no real underlying story. It's just really like, Sean Strickland's on a win streak. Jack's coming off a win. And Jack's kind of playing gatekeeper, and Sean's trying to become, that up and coming guy, leading his way up to title contention. But besides that, it's nothing really that goes into it. And it's also a classic grappler versus striker matchup. So I think that's what makes another intriguing part to the fight. And I love the poster. The poster's pretty dope. I give them credit. They made that poster look really good. I don't know why, but that poster looks dope. But in terms of the rankings, Jack Hermansson is number 6. Mr. Tarzan, Sean Strickland. That's actually a dope nickname. And the Joker. Tarzan versus the Joker. But Sean Strickland is number 7. Jack Hermansson comes with a record of 22-6. Fights at Sweden, age 33, a height of 6'1", and a reach of 77.5. So that's going to be really interesting in there. Sean Strickland comes with a record of 24-3. Really good record. Doesn't have a lot of losses. He's fighting out of Riverside, California, age 30, a height of 6'1", so they're both the same height, and a reach of 76. So Hermansson has a 1.5 inch reach advantage, and that's really about it. But in terms of honorable mentions, not honorable mentions, in terms of former opponents, they don't really share an opponent. I'm pretty sure they haven't fought the same guy. I think, right? Jack, I don't think they fought. Yeah, I don't think so. But Hermansson, man, he doesn't get enough credit, man. This guy, I mean, he's fought a lot of dudes, bro. He's fought a lot of dudes. Now, he does have a loss to Cesar Ferreira via arm triangle choke, and lost to Thiago Santos. But, I mean, ever since the Tyler Late's victory, ground and pound in the 3rd round, then beats Gerald Mishra, who's really good, recently submitted David Branch with ease in the 1st round. And David Branch is a Renzo Gracie black belt. Just beat Jacare Souza, and that Jacare Souza that he fought was Jacare Souza that was going to get a title shot, and he beat him on short notice too. And it was a close fight. I had it 3-2. It wasn't a complete domination, but man, he fought really good in there, and he was able to take down Jacare, and that was really interesting. Able to out grapple him. And I was really impressed in what he was able to do in there against Jacare, and he looked really good. Then he has that loss to Jared Cannonier, got caught with a really good uppercut, but I thought he won the 1st round, had Cannonier in so many bad spots and almost submitted him, so there's no shame in there. Then he fights Kelvin Gastelum, breaks my heart. Kelvin does the dumbest shit in the world, tries to take him down and gets submitted via heel hook. And he reminded people he was actually going to fight Chris Weidman, which would have been dope. I would have loved to see that. Then he fought Marvin Vettori. So this fight's really interesting. Marvin's a former, it's not a former, he's a current friend of Sean Strickland, and a usual sparring partner of his. Those guys go to war, that from what I hear. And I mean, Jack Hermansson went to war with Marvin Vettori, man. Marvin, I picked him here. I was so confident Marvin was going to beat him. Everyone told me that about Jack Hermansson, but Jack Hermansson in defeat impressed me. He's so tough in there, man. He got dropped in the 1st round and did not quit. He was like, I'm not going to lose via KO again, and he went out there and went to war with Marvin. Won a round, actually. Showed so much output. Obviously, he couldn't get the grappling situations. His boxing looked god-awful, but the output in the cardio was so good. I was really impressed. Didn't get tired. Was just throwing punches just to throw, standing and banging. And Marvin just was the more technical boxer in there and was able to beat him. But yeah, I was really impressed. His body kicks and his high kicks were really good by Hermansson. And actually, I think it hurt Marvin's arm. And I thought he looked really good. And he just didn't quit. He didn't quit in there. He didn't go out like no hoe. Against Edmund Shabazian, I know a lot of people actually trashed this performance, but he didn't go for a takedown in the 1st round. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. It's not like he attempted a few takedowns in the first round. In the first round, it got denied. He didn't go for it. He tried to actually strike with Edmund. Edmund completely dominated. Well, not dominated, but you could tell that there was he had a different level, and Edmund was really destroying him with feints. And I mean, you could just tell Edmund was the better striker. But when Hermansson just finally went for his first takedown, he got it. The ground and pound was crazy, and he had a 10-8 in the third round. He looked really, really good in there. The crucifix was good, and he's just, he's so good. With his upper body throws. He's a Greco-Roman wrestler. Really, really good in those areas. And I mean, also his single legs and double legs got really better since the Edmund Shabazian fight, and he's a legit jiu-jitsu guy and with a really, really good wrestling background. He fought Kazmat Chimaev. Kazmat Chimaev is a great great freestyle wrestler. I mean, I wanted Hermansson to tech fall his dumb ass, but it is what it is. It didn't happen. But he stayed super tough in there. Again, he did not in my humble opinion, he wasn't supposed to win that. That was Chimaev's game plan, and not game plan. That was Chimaev's world, and I thought he gave Chimaev hell. And some people are trying to lie and say that Chimaev went easy on him. Like, shut up. But yeah, I mean, he got Chimaev tired, and I thought he looked. He gave Bums Out a run for his money. The jiu-jitsu guy gave Bums Out a run for his money. So I'll just say that. But yeah, and that was the last time we saw Jack Hermansson. Sean Strickland, I mean, he's looked really amazing at middleweight. I don't think he's never lost at middleweight. And yeah, I've been really impressed. I've just been really, really impressed. And he did have a stint at welterweight, and he did his thing. Beat Luke Barnett, has a loss to Santiago Ponzinibbio, beat Alex Garcia, beat Tom Breeze by split decision, and has a loss to Kumar Usman. That was his last loss that wasn't a knockout. And he looked really, really good bad in there. Actually, I was about to say good. Usman, I mean, he's the pound for pound #1 guy. Scammer Boy Nation, stand up. I'm just fucking with y'all. But yeah, I mean, Usman completely dominated him, dropped him in the second. That was the thing about Usman. And also, Usman's the last grappler he fought, besides, I guess, Brendan Allen. But yeah, Usman, I mean, he just made him look so god-awful in there, man. Usman just completely dominated that fight, man. And the boxing and stuff like that. I mean, Usman had some dumb moments in there, but just the straight shots, the 1-2s that he was able to land on him, it was just terrible. And you could just see Sean Strickland was consistently thinking about the takedown, because he did get taken down in the third round. Not the third round, the first round. And yeah, he does have a win over Court McGee, and I think that wasn't his last welterweight bout. Then he fought Zaleski Dos Santos, got fucking spinning heel kick to death in the first round. Then fought Nordin Taleb, ground and pound finish. Then obviously he had that fucking what's it called, a motorcycle accident. And then he fights Jack Marshman at middleweight and went on his previous 4-fight winning streak. Completely schooled Jack Marshman, beat him in the boxing area, and just whooped on him. Against Brendan Allen, pains my heart to bring this up. Brendan's my boy. Brendan fought a really dumb fight here, in my humble opinion. I thought Brendan could obviously won this fight if he just shot for a fucking takedown. If it's on the ground, Brendan destroys him, but that's for another day. Brendan tried to strike with him, and Sean Strickland was able to take advantage of that, and just he was able to attack him. Brendan's boxing isn't necessarily bad. It's just in transition. He has a lot of counterable issues. Like he gets caught. I feel like he admires his work a little too much, and I think he's trying to throw a lot of kicks in there, trying to throw a lot of body kicks, trying to throw a lot of head kicks. And Sean Strickland was getting out the way and countering every time, and he just caught him good, and he lit him up in that second round. So good on Sean Strickland for doing that. But yeah, it is what it is. I thought Brendan should have won that fight. I'm just gonna be honest. But he fought Christoph Jocko, beat him. It was somewhat of a lackluster fight. Didn't really do anything for him, but it gave him the Uriah Hall bout, and oh man, how do I talk about this Uriah Hall fight? Uriah Hall went out like a hoe. I don't know what Uriah was doing in there. Uriah was the better striker. he was using a good jab to the body consistently. I thought that was good, but after something happened to his eye and he literally just gave up. Sean Strickland, he kind of has that little Philly shell, like almost like that pullback counter, and that's all he did. He was just touching him with that. He went for a few takedowns. Third round, they got it, I think, a headbutt, and he took him down, and Uriah just looked like he didn't want to be in there. And I give Uriah credit for surviving, but I could just see, man, Uriah was like, please get me out. That was his body language, just get me out of here. And fucking Sean Strickland 5-0'd his ass, and fucking, man, it was just embarrassing. I really thought Uriah was going to light his ass up. Usually it's the wrestling that kind of gets Uriah in pressure, but Sean Strickland didn't even really pressure him, man. Uriah was actually putting pressure on Strickland for most of that fight. There were moments where Strickland put pressure on him, but Uriah just, he went out like a hoe. And also, it doesn't really matter, but he did have a submission underground bout by Andy Varela and got fucking choked out in the first round. So yeah. So now we're here. We're in the main event. And how they match up. I feel like Sean Strickland has a really easy path to winning this fight. A lot of people are actually going with Sean Strickland based on the fact, I think, that not only does he have good takedown defense, he has really good boxing. And he trains with Marvin Vettori. Marvin's going to help him with this camp probably. And Marvin's going to tell him how you win this and that. But here's my thing. You're going to ask me just who to pick, right? And here's how I look at it. You got Jack Hermansson, a legit MMA fighter, a guy that was in the top 5, a guy that has main evented multiple fight nights, beaten former title challengers in Kelvin Gastelum and former Strikeforce champion Jacare Souza. You're going to tell me a legit MMA fighter that looks like a real fighter, is a professional, dresses like a professional, and you're going to tell me that I got to pick against him and I got to go with the fucking dope fiend crackhead off the street? Are you serious? Like, real talk. Sean Strickland is a crackhead. Okay? He's corny. Alright? It was fun while it lasted. Okay? I give him his credit. He speaks his mind. But the fact that people are acting like Jack Hermansson doesn't even have a chance here is laughable. He has the reach advantage here. Not by a lot, but he does. He's a grappler. We saw I know it's Usman, and that guy's the all-time great, but still, we saw what the takedown feint did to him. Brendan Allen didn't even shoot for a takedown. He didn't even shoot. All right? Uriah Hall gave up right when they rung the bell for the beginning of the first fight. Hermansson has a way better cardio advantage here. Hermansson actually has really underrated striking for not being that good at striking. I'm just saying, like, he's garbage at it, but he knows how to use it. The only thing that kind of worries me is his chin, but Sean Strickland got pillow hands. So I don't think Strickland's really going to knock him out. The only thing Strickland can do is try to break him, outwork him, and outpoint him. And I think that's just so crazy to expect some dope fiend crackhead off the street to do that. Like, it's crazy. Like, y'all expect me to pick that guy over Hermansson? Like, no, fuck you. I got Hermansson by third round sub. The blueprint is there for Strickland, but I also do think Hermansson is getting so much disrespect. I think if he gets a takedown, we haven't even seen Sean Strickland defend takedowns. We haven't at middleweight. We don't know what he is. He's coming down from welterweight. And I think if he thinks about the takedown too much and he acts like Hermansson can't throw a fucking punch, he'll get caught. And he might get dropped. Okay? I think Hermansson is going to go out here and sub this dude in the third round and tell fucking little crackhead dope fiend to go home. So, it ends. Luke Rocco was going to smash this dude, man. Rocco gets one fucking takedown. It's fucking over. And I don't even think Hermansson's as good as Rocco on the ground. But still, Hermansson, and Hermansson we trust. And man, it's crazy. There levels will be shown. Levels will be shown. And I got Hermansson by third round sub. I think he's going to break this dude, man. Maybe fourth. His cardio. And the thing is also, the Edmund Shabazian fight, he took that on short notice, you know. That's another thing. And he didn't even get a chance. And he was injured during that camp. So he didn't even really get a chance to work on his cardio. And he still said, even injured, I still have better cardio than Edmund Shabazian, and he proved that. And I think he's just going to outwork Sean Strickland in every aspect of MMA. He's not going to try to box with Sean Strickland. He's not going to try to strike with Sean Strickland. He's going to make this an MMA fight, and I think Sean Strickland's going to meet his maker, and probably going to see him on the street hanging out with the other dope fiend crackheads. But here's what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy eBay. Yeah, go follow me on my Twitter. Go follow me on my Instagram. Links will be in the description box. If you're new, subscribe, share the video, go click the notification button. Love y'all, and goodbye. And Jack Hermansson, we trust. Jack by 3rd round sub. See y'all.
All right, he's done. He's done. He's good. Now he's a fool. He's not going to get out of this position, I don't think. Yeah, he's got him. He turned his back and Andy choked him out. Ryan, he turned his back. What did he think was going to happen? I think he thought Andy was going to come and bear hug him from behind, and then Sean could play like some kind of Kimura game or a rolling knee bar game. He turned his back and Andy jumped on him and choked him out.